Don't do it. You don't want to move in this crazy market. Prices are at an all-time high. Inventory is at an all-time low. And according to the US Federal Reserve, Canadian real estate is in the second biggest bubble in the entire world. So you should never move again. And the solution to all of your problems is to rent multiple storage lockers to store all of your stuff for between $149 to $445 each per month. No, not really. But I do think in this crazy market, there are some people who should not move. And as a real estate agent, I'm not supposed to tell you that, but I am going to tell you who I think those people are right after I ask you to please subscribe to the channel if you would like to stay up to date on Surrey, Fraser Valley, or Canadian real estate for that matter. Currently, more than 80% of you watching this video are not actually subscribed to the channel, therefore you're not entered to win our bag of swag when we reach 1,000 subscribers, and we're getting very close. And remember, my job here on this channel is to educate you about real estate, specifically in my marketplace of Surrey, BC. Your job is to hit the like button. That helps get this information out to more people that are trying to decide whether or not this fall is the right time for them to move. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get into it. Now, as I said, the market is currently sitting at its lowest amount of inventory that we've seen in decades. In fact, in my marketplace of Surrey, BC, the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board says that we haven't seen this low of inventory after a summer since 1981. So let's analyze a few different types of people and whether or not I think they should move in this crazy market. First off, let's look at downsizers. Now, downsizers, I actually think you might be in the category of people that are thinking about moving, and here's why. Currently within the city of Surrey, the detached market is up over 31.5% since last year, but townhouses and condos are actually sitting just above and below 19%, meaning that you've seen a greater rise in the detached market than the townhouse market. So there may be some opportunity for you to take advantage of those big increases that you've seen and actually be in a better spot than if you had moved at the same time last year. Let's go to the other end of the spectrum now, first-time buyers. Well, I've said this a bazillion times on this channel. You should get into the market as soon as you possibly can. So I understand it's very hard to get into the market as a first-time home buyer, but there's no telling this current run how far it will go before there is either a cool down or a correction. For this reason, all first-time buyers should get into the market as soon as they possibly can and then stay in the market. And staying on the trend of people that probably should move in this market are people that have a need to do so. You should not let a crazy market stop you if you have a need. Fear is not the right reason to not proceed. For example, people that have a need could be transferring to a different job in a different city, or you could be running out of space, or that need could be that you want to grow financially and move from that townhouse to a house with a basement suite so someone else can start paying down your mortgage for you. So if you do have a need, you should not disqualify yourself from a crazy busy real estate market. You know, so far, Steve, you haven't said a single person that shouldn't move, and this video is all about people that shouldn't move. So, okay, so those people we've just talked about, they all either could take advantage of the market or they have a need in order to move. But who are those people that shouldn't move? Well, quite frankly, they are the people that don't have a need to move. If you are, let's say, a family or a person who just wants a change, you're sick of where you live, I don't think now is the right time. The market is hot. Properties are selling in 1 to 5 days, often with no inspections or no financing condition at all. This market is not for the faint of heart. It is for the buyers that are committed to getting in to their next home. You are not going to get a deal on a property these days in regards to a low selling price. Given exactly what the market is doing right now, I want you to take this one idea away from this video. This is the big takeaway. The deal in a market this hot is getting the home. It's not getting your price. Securing the property is the deal. The reason for this is that you may feel like you're paying too much for the home right now, and you might very well be, but by the time you move into the property, it's probably going to look like a deal down the road, and you're probably going to be in this property for many years to come. So the purchase price you pay for it now doesn't necessarily matter as much as compared to somebody who is just looking to pay less than market value. Next, if you're someone that's looking to move, but only if the next place is just perfect, this is not the right market for you to move in. In this marketplace, with inventory levels being so tight, you're not going to find a 10 out of 10 property. So anything about 6.5 or above on your scale is something that the motivated buyers are going to be offering on. So if you're only going to wait for a 10, by the time that 10 comes up, those motivated buyers know it's a 10 and they're going to outbid you for sure. Given that currently in this marketplace, there could be as many as 5 to 10 offers on any given property, I assure you, if you're just looking for the right home, you're probably not willing to do what it takes in order to win that offer and make your offer as good as you possibly can for the seller to accept it. You should not submit an offer that is not the best offer for the seller, because in reality, in this market, the seller doesn't care what your offer is. They're only going to take the best one. In fact, these people that don't have a need or only want to act if it's the right deal for them, I'm going to suggest that they're currently actually helping drive prices up. And here's why. Let's use an example of 4 people going to view a property, and 2 of them are motivated buyers who have sold their property and they are dedicated to getting on to the next step in their life. The other 2 are people who are maybe going to make the move if the deal is right for them. Here is now what's going to happen. If we only had the 2 motivated buyers, they would both offer on the property, and the property would likely sell for at the asking price or slightly above. Obviously, that's depending on market value, but it's also because there's more than one offer. So the market is hot, the seller is happy, they get a good offer, but one of the buyers is happy and the other buyer has to keep looking. But now let's add in those 2 unmotivated parties into that same offer process. Now we go from 2 offers to 4. Now what this will do is this will increase the eventual sale price, because the offers from the 2 motivated buyers are likely going to be better than if there were only 2 offers on the table. Not only will they consider increasing their price, but they may now start to remove conditions from their contract, such as financing and inspection. This means that if you are one of the non-motivated,
maybe if it's the right deal
type of buyers, you just helped increase the sale price of the area that you're hoping to move into. And then the next home that comes up that might be your next maybe home will be asking only more money and likely then also sell for more money. In fact, if you are in this group of people just wanting to move because you want to move and you don't have a need to move, or you're not committed to the process, don't get involved in the process, because what you're doing is essentially driving up the market, a market that you are then trying to buy in. So in the future, if you don't commit to getting this property now, if you offer on it, it will cause you to actually buy your next property for more in the future. So this won't be a popular belief amongst my industry members, because obviously real estate agents are always trying to get people to buy and sell because that is their livelihood. However, I do believe that if you don't have a need, if you're not committed to the process right now, just don't do it. It is my personal belief that the fall of 2021 is not the right time for you to move. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this crazy fall 2021 real estate market. Please hit the like button before you go. Check out another couple of videos while you're here on the channel, and we'll see you in a couple of days.